So it looks like it's working because you're not frozen.
Hopefully, is it working this time? It's good. Okay, I guess it's
Okay,
good.
cool. So
Yay!
one thing, here's the thing. It gets very confusing because like when people say, a lot of people think that the primary colors are yellow and blue and red. What that's actually has to do with paint pigments, because like for mixing paint,
Oh,
those are used as the primary colors. But like I know a little bit about cinematography, and the primary colors are actually based on there's three types of colors that the human eye can see. The cones in your eyes are what see colors, and it's red, green, and blue. That's why you hear like red, green, and blue televisions.
wait,
Like
so yellow's not a primary color?
yellow is technically a subtractive color. Yellow is actually a combination of green and red. But
But then
for paints, for a lot of paints, if you for a lot of paints, for a lot of dyes, the way they work is you can use sort of use yellow as a primary color. But biologically speaking, it's red, green, and blue are the primary colors.
but see, this still makes my whole life a lie still, because
But
I
I
always
thought,
thought before.
well,
I
I thought,
always thought that yellow was a primary color.
oh, okay, yeah, no, there's only three. But here's one. It's interesting because the primary colors are based on like your eye. So for birds, there are four primary colors because birds can actually see ultraviolet light. Humans cannot. So birds, it's there are four primary colors. But we're not birds, of course. But if you were a bird, there would be four primary colors.
Yeah, well, I'm a rat. I'm a bunny today. So what
That's
are
right. You're a bunny.
the colors?
I don't think bunnies can. I don't know what kind of colors bunnies can see. I know that dogs can only see two primary colors.
Really? Did they actually see in black and white? I've like heard rumors about that, but I don't know if it was true.
A lot of people think they can only see in black and white. That's not true. They have, instead of having three types of cones that can see color, they have two. So they can't see as many colors as we can, but they don't just see black and white.
Okay, because I'm like, can you imagine if you saw like black and white like all the time? Like, I think black and white is kind of cool. Thank you, NY Chambers. But it's like,
Well, Kaylee, I know a little bit about cinematography, and you have to know about the
oh, this
colors.
dork kid, you're so smart.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't
But I
realize
mean, yeah.
this.
But so yeah, so yeah, and also, you were saying like some animals are good while humans are bad. That's also like not always true. Like some animals, like for example, like chimpanzees are extremely violent, probably a lot more
They're so
violent than humans.
cute. Chimpanzees are violent.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's like bonobos, which are just as closely related to us as chimps. They're actually very peaceful.
Oh,
So not all apes
the
are like
monkeys
that.
are so cute.
But chimps are very violent. They're the only other type of animal that has sort of like gang violence, where like eight
Really?
chimpanzees will like murder like one chimp and stuff like that.
Because
They,
even like lions and stuff, like I know they can kill humans, but like the thing is, like that's just like their nature. I think it's just like that's just like they do it. Like with their actual like tribes and stuff, they seem really nice. Like if you watch like the Lion King, like Simba, he was a very nice lion, and
I mean, they say that for the most part. I don't know that much about lions, but maybe lions only kill to like eat or whatever, since they have to eat meat.
yeah, like I don't think they mean to be mean because like they seem really like nice though. Like when they're just like in their packs, like they seem like
But
when they're
some animals, okay, like chimps are actually very like what we would consider like like if humans did that, we would consider their behavior as like murderous. Like also gorillas are known to like kill infants that are not their own,
yeah,
things like
gorillas seem
that.
really nice. Like I've seen a lot of gorillas. They seem really nice.
Well, gorillas aren't as bad as chimps, but they can't they do commit like infanticide all the time. Another thing is like female hamsters will often eat their own babies. It's kind of weird.
Hamsters eat their own
Yeah, I know
babies.
hamsters are very cute too, aren't they? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing
I
is
didn't
like
think a hamster would do that.
if
Really?
you if you breed hamsters, a lot of times what you have to do is you have to like sort of separate their babies from them so that they won't eat them. I don't
Are
know
you
why,
serious?
because it doesn't seem like a very good survival instinct, right? To eat your own.
Hamsters do that?
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm sorry,
god.
Eugenia. I didn't
I
mean
can't
to.
believe it. They're so cute. I would imagine they would all be like friends and be like, oh, yay, like the fellow hamster. And like, I would never think a hamster would eat another poor hamster. That is really sad.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, especially like their own baby, right?
No, it's like they're eating their own flesh and blood.
Yeah, I mean
So
that would be sort of like what if like a human mother like ate
it would be like if my
one.
mom ate me. It would be like if she like gave birth to me. and then like right after, well, she actually had like a C-section, but you know, like after I got like cut open out of her, it would be like if she just like ate me and I was like dead.
Oh, your mom was a C-section? Or you were a
Yeah,
C-section baby?
yeah, she just was like a C-section.
Was your
So
brother a C-section
it's
also?
really hard for her to like get me out, and like she said like, you know, it was like I guess you gotta like do all that like pushing stuff and all that, and it just like wasn't working, and she was just like, okay, like they just like they had to do like an emergency like C-section thing, and yeah,
And
it was
was your brother also a C-section?
yeah, she was just like not even gonna risk it again. She was just like, nope, plain C-section.
Sometimes they say once you have one C-section, you have to like deliver the rest of your babies. I don't know if that's true though.
Oh
I've heard
really? I don't know. She told me like she just like wanted to do it, but she told me like she was just like no, like just like plan it this time because she didn't want to go through what happened the first time.
You know, like my mom always says that like my labor was like really easy. It only took like 2 hours or whatever. Now, usually what I read about
Oh,
in the labor it lasts a
labor
lot
is
longer.
so
But
painful though, because like
huh?
can you imagine like 2 hours of like being in labor? Thank you,
Oh yeah, I
Riley.
know. I mean, but like apparently, I guess some labor can go on for like 12 hours and stuff. You know, I don't know. Like maybe it depends
Yeah,
on the stages and
I
stuff
know.
like that.
It's like and it's supposed to be such bad pain. Like I've never felt it, so I don't really know like what it feels like. But whenever I've like seen people like having it or like you know heard stuff, like it seems like it's so painful. So it's like oh my gosh, like I
Yeah,
don't know, it's scary to think about that. Thank you, Mark.
yeah. I mean, I imagine it's probably painful. I mean, I'm not gonna go through
Yeah,
it.
I guess you'll never feel it. I mean, they have like machines, I guess, where like guys can actually like feel it,
Yeah.
but but I don't think you'll probably ever use that. So yeah, thank you, Calvin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not as painful if you have a cesarean section, though. Maybe it's like I know I didn't like Britney Spears. Like she didn't necessarily even need a cesarean section when she gave birth. She just wanted one because she didn't want to go through like the suffering.
Oh, Brittany had a C-section.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know that. Brittany seems like a really like nice mom though.
yeah,
Like
and
she
that's
seems
it.
to be really cares about her kids, so that's good. I'm glad she didn't have too much of a bad labor then and bad pains and.
And I don't know. Don't they give you like painkillers when you go through? I guess it still hurts even with painkillers.
Oh no, I think they give you painkillers, right? I think so.
I would imagine. I mean,
No, because I've never had a kid, but I'd have to like ask my mom. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, Victoria, for the 100 bars. This is a live stream, Miss Alpleen. Hello. We were talking about C-sections. Hello, welcome to our stream.
yeah. So you know, they also say that koalas can be sort of aggressive and like don't make very good pets and they're endangered. But it is kind of
Yeah, I don't think you can actually have one as a pet. But wait, they're aggressive?
I guess sometimes they can be at
They're
least.
so
Like,
cute, though. But I found out, like, actually, panda bears, I guess, are like not as nice as like people like would think they are. Actually, you were born
well,
2 pounds.
you were a
I don't
small
know
baby, huh,
anymore.
Riley?
What is a C-section? Oh, you guys don't know? It's like I don't really like. I've never done one or anything, but I think it's like when like there's like different types. Like you can either like plan one or there's like emergency ones and they just like cut you open instead of like you coming out the other way. It's like slicey labor, yeah. Thank you, Eric. So
So
yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, no, koalas are so cute. So
yeah,
like I don't know, when I saw them I was like, they're so adorable. Like I would love to have like a little cute like pet koala bear. Panda bears are really cute too. Like there was like baby panda bears, and I found out like I guess like panda bears they're kind of more like loners. Like they just kind of like want to be left alone and that's okay and everything. But I guess even with like their family, like they're and they I guess would attack people. But like I don't know. I always thought panda bears would be so like friendly, and I guess they're not. I just always imagine you could just like go up to a panda bear and just like hug them and like they'll be fine. But yeah, no, I guess they're like dangerous. So I don't know what koala bears are too, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, and koala bears are also endangered. You know, like if you saw a koala outside of Australia, that's pretty rare. There are some zoos that have them, but a lot of zoos don't because they're mostly in Australia. I mean,
Wow, yeah, that's where I saw one. I don't go to zoos much because I always feel bad for like the animals because they're just like locked up and like I guess zoos are supposed to actually help
well, the LA
animals.
Zoo has them. Well, the LA Zoo is a big zoo, though.
Sorry, what was that?
Leah is not my name. Said the LA Zoo is LA Zoo has koalas, but like
I
not all
kind
zoos
of want to
have them
go.
because
I
like
don't know
one
if
is
I
rare
want to go.
outside.
Thank you so much for the likes, Calvin. Because the thing is, like, I always feel bad for the animals because I feel like they're just kind of like stuck in a cage. So like, I feel kind of bad for them. But I've also heard that like apparently like zoos help animals somehow or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
well,
know.
zoos can help like have helped prevent some animals from becoming endangered. Like I don't
Well,
know
that
if you know like the interesting thing is like horses. There's only one type of horse that's still around called that's a truly wild horse, and
really?
that's called the cheval. Okay, so like there's a lot of horses that are called wild horses that are actually feral horses. Like a feral animal is an animal that's a descendant of a domestic animal. So like the wild horses, like the Mustang that live in the United States, are technically feral because they're believed to be the descendants of escaped horses that were here when the Spanish brought horses over to the New World and stuff.
Oh wow, that's
But there is
crazy.
one type of horse that's a truly wild horse, and it's called the Przewalski's horse.
Uh
The
huh.
interesting thing is these horses, compared to domestic horses, are a little bit smaller. Not much smaller, but they're a little bit smaller. But they actually went extinct in the wild like a few decades ago. But they were still able to keep them in zoos, and since they've been able to breed enough of them, they are now back in the wild. I think they're in like Mongolia or something. But yeah, so sometimes zoos have been able to prevent animals from going extinct. So
Well,
sometimes they're
that's
able to do
good.
that.
At least like they're helping them with going extinct then, so that's good at least.
Yeah, like yeah, so yeah, so zoos can so sometimes zoos can help animals. Speaking of like animals, you know that like just the other day I saw like a wolf spider like outside my door. Fortunately, it didn't
Oh
like
no
crawl in.
way, that's
And
crazy.
those things are huge. They're like larger than the palm of your hand.
Wow. Oh my
They're
gosh,
like they're
I'd be
not as big as
so
tarantulas,
cool.
but they're almost as that big. I mean, you would have been. I'm sure you would have loved to see that, right?
No, I would have died. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, like little spiders that scare you don't really scare me, but
I'm
like
scared of
I am a
spiders.
little bit creeped out by the things like wolf spiders, those things.
Yeah, I'd be like dying. That sounds like terrifying to me.
Yeah, yeah, I was surprised that there are any around here. So I'm glad you got that link. The reason why I sent you that link on Angelic Pretty is just because like I mean I don't know that much about women's clothes, but I've heard a lot about that
Well, thank you
store.
for that. Yeah, it looks really cool, and I'll definitely have to check out like more of their clothes. So, thank you for sending me that.
Yeah, because I know that they have like a lot of stores in Japan, but they've also got one in like San Francisco, and
Oh,
like they're
that's
one of the
awesome.
better known like
Yeah, if I'm
leather
ever
brands.
like up there, then, or even like maybe I can buy from the website or something. I'll definitely have to like check out more of their stuff. So, thank you again for that.
Oh, no problem. And I was gonna say like I know you like because the thing is like it almost sounds like sometimes when you talk about animals that like how would you like to own your own sort of like private petting zoo?
Um, yeah, that's cool because I do like a lot of animals. Um, the thing is, there's a lot of like responsibility, like with actually owning animals. So that's where like I don't know. I know it'll be like a lot of work and like I don't know if I'd be like the best owner. I mean, I would want to try to always be a good owner, but I don't. Like if I had like a whole petting zoo, I feel like it'd be kind of hard to like maybe take care of everything. But I mean, it would be
I
cool
mean,
to
because
have
there's so
like
many animals that you
animals
want to
around.
own. You see them. You always say you want to own bunnies, koalas, all sorts of things, right?
Yeah, yeah, that would be so cute.
And of course, Buzz will like train them to like be his minions to rule the
Yeah,
world, right?
Buzz could like help them out. You could like teach them stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So what I was gonna say was, like I know you like Pokemon, but other than Pokemon Go, do you have any of like, do you ever play like Pokemon video games?
I have like I played a couple of them, but I
Oh,
don't
that's
really
cool.
like remember which ones they were because I've usually just kind of like borrowed them from my brothers. So like I don't play it like that often, but I played the games like the DS ones.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Because I think it started out as a video game, like even before it was like an anime, right? I think it was a video
I
game.
know, yeah, that was like the original thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, that's cool because I thought that I thought because you like just about anything that has Pokemon on it, right?
Yeah, like I just love Pikachu, like especially like I don't know, but yeah, Pokemon's so cute. So I do love like pretty much everything with Pokemon.
Yeah, So, oh, also, I was gonna ask you because I know that like sometimes you make your YouTube titles like all caps, and then sometimes you don't. Do you
Mhm.
notice like do videos like perform better or worse if when you make them all caps? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I guess I just kind of like vary mine, and like I don't really know like what like works better. I guess.
You
I
like
guess it can be like different depending on the person or the video. I'm really not sure, to be honest.
because that one recent video you did has gotten last time I checked more than 400,000 views.
Yeah,
That one
that was. I think it's
hair
just such a crazy video that like I don't know. I guess people wanted to see me like get my hair ruined.
Yeah, like like I wouldn't worry about this, but like that those videos are not showing up on restricted mode. Like his the YouTube restricted mode doesn't make any sense because like I think of all your recent videos, like the only two that are restricted are the ones on like curling your hair. I have no idea why those are restricted, right?
Oh, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like go in restricted mode, so like
Well, like most of the videos on my channel are like restricted, so like I wouldn't worry if like because
yeah,
like honestly like
a ton of videos are restricted. So I think there's like a lot of people that have like a lot of videos that are restricted for some reason. So
yeah, I think the only channels that like don't have any restricted videos are the ones that are like pretty much for like little kids, like for very young children.
yeah, that's what I heard. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense why they restrict some videos and others. But I guess you shouldn't. I think like less than 2% of the people on YouTube use restricted mode.
Yeah, I don't
And
think very many people use it anyway.
yeah. So anyway, so yeah, it just Oh, by the way, did you hear about that girl, like, Michelle Carter, who encouraged her boyfriend to commit suicide? They got like 15 months.
I did hear. I don't know all the details of that, but I think it's so sad about the guy committing suicide, and that's why, like, I don't know. I don't ever think people should like tell people to kill themselves or like try to say things that could like really bring people down. And yeah, I don't really know all the details of that, but I think it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm working on a video on that. And the interesting thing is, if you look at like the actual text messages that she sent him, it's
Uh huh.
amazing how much she really pushed him to like kill himself. Like,
Oh my god, really?
like
Because see, I
he kept.
haven't read any of them, so I didn't really know like what exactly was said. But yeah, no, I feel like it's so messed up. Like I never understand why people say that kind of stuff to people and like why people think it's okay to do that.
Yeah, because like every single time he was showed like any reluctance, she was like, "No, you got to like do it today," and she made him promise to kill himself and all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
I think that's terrible. Like I don't know. I'll just like never understand why people like think it's okay to say that kind of stuff to people or like why anybody would want to like hurt someone like that.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
I
for
agree. Well, thanks so much for guesting, and I'm glad
oh,
that it
no,
worked this
we're
time.
good. Thanks for guesting today.
Okay, have a good day.
You too. Bye. All right. Well, thank you for guesting, Zorkman.
So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell icon for notifications, and together we shall take over the world. I upload at least 8 videos a month. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Zorkmid123.